Hey, before we start this episode of The Bailey Show, I want to say that anything that I say or anything that my guests might say, I want you guys to hold it strictly to us. Everything that is said is on us. It is our beliefs, it is our opinions, it is what we think. Don't hold it against my sponsors because I need my sponsors to continue my podcast. So please do not hold it to them. Please continue to shop with them. Please continue to support them. Please continue to be fans of them, even if I say something that you dislike. Now let's start this damn show. Run it, C-Note.
Hey, Deonte. Talk to him. Walk in the spot, everybody tuned in. Laugh so hard, got tears on the fit. Real conversation, no cap, no script. He bring the hit inside out quick. Funny on the surface, deep when he speak. Got stars opening up every week. From pain to the jokes, from the wins to the feet. Everybody got a side on tweet. This that vibe when the cameras roll. True come out when he in control. Club energy mixed with a late night soul. Make you laugh while he touching your soul. If you thought you know. No, you don't bring the real out, but they won't. Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy, Deonte Bailey. I'm the host of this new podcast I got entitled The Bailey Show. Now, as y'all know, the last couple episodes y'all saw, I'll be bringing on some of my friends, some of my family, people I admire, people I respect, people I love and cherish, people that got things to sell, stories to tell, all type of shit. Today, I got one of my close friends here with me, somebody I've known for a very long time, going on probably 11 years now. She's an artist. She's a mom. And she's a friend. I can't think of a lot, to say because, like I'm not that too in deep with everything that she got going on, but I know that she has a lot and she does a lot. So I want everybody to give a warm welcome to my friend Macie J. Everybody clap some noise. Make some noise for her. Yeah. What's going on?
What's going on, Deonte?
I wanna tell you something real quick. I didn't get a chance to tell you in the pre-show. So today marks 11 years since my mom passed away. And I was in 7th grade at the time. And when she passed away, it was in Cleveland. I was going to Vine in 7th grade, and I had to leave to go to Cleveland, to like deal with my family up there and stuff. Yeah. So I missed the last 2 weeks of school. I end up, summer vacation came. First day back, 8th grade, Vine. We get our schedules. We go to our classes. We had this teacher, I think her name was either Miss Oliver.
Yeah.
That was her name?
Yeah.
Miss Oliver. So we had that teacher. You was in that class, and you were actually like the very first friend I made my 8th grade.
And I was new. That was my first time going to Vine. I was, and when I tell you, I was terrified. Like,
where did you come from? I didn't know.
I came from Carter.
Okay.
But it was so funny because, I wasn't used to, that environment yet.
Yeah.
Of course, there's black people at Carter and stuff like that. But it was just, during that time, it was, a little different because, we had, a little bit more freedom of speech. And it's hilarious because, I cried my tail off, before I went to Vine because my daddy, he was like, yeah, them black girls gonna whoop your ass. And I was terrified. But, when I actually got to Vine, that was, the best, I don't know. It was, the best experience, I've ever had in my life, I said, I needed that, to be who I am today. If I never went to Vine, I honestly don't feel like, I would be as creative as I am now.
That's good, man. I know that. So this is what I know about you. In 8th grade, when I first met you, you was immediately nice. You was always nice. You was friendly. You had this type of spirit where I could tell you didn't come from Vine. Because people who went to Vine and they know, people that went to Vine, they had this rough edge about them. They had this it was like an attitude. Like you really couldn't look at a girl long without her thinking like you was about to say something sideways to her, or without her saying something sideways to you. But you was different. You know, you had this. I don't want to call it like whitewash, but you had like this. You had this sweet girl aura.
I was a little soft at the.
You had this.
I was too soft.
You had this sweet girl aura that was very, very refreshing. It was an energy that Vine Slick needed. Like and I can't say like, you know, I can't say like it was you and a couple more people that came and, you know, brought that energy to the school, but having you there was like a, you know, like a breath of fresh air. So I'ma always be grateful for that, because I feel like in that sense, I was terrified, and I had went there for 2 years already. So like, you know, like it was, you just.
I just think
knew.
it's really the stereotype, though. It really was the stereotype, and I said a lot of people need to stop with that, because I feel like these schools are really like, they're really great, and they really give creative freedom, because I mean, I really enjoyed the art program. Like that was my very first time, like actually say my very first showcase of art was at Vine. Like, and I don't think I would have had that opportunity anywhere else outside the Black community here in Knoxville. So the stereotypes, they need to stop.
So with your experience at Vine, did that ultimately impact your decision to move forward on that path?
Oh, that definitely paved the way. Like now that like I sit here and like I actually think about it, it definitely like paved the way for me to, you know, I guess like have the passion for it to keep going. And like I said, I don't think I would have had that opportunity anywhere else, like at any other middle school, like being that young. I wouldn't have had that opportunity, you know, outside of, I guess, the Black community to be a creative. Like, and I guess it takes like, you know, being in areas that you're familiar with to, I guess, to basically bring something out of you. And I could say like in Carter, like I was in these like Hardin Valley, I was not in a space like, you know, that I was familiar with. So therefore I had to basically mold myself and adapt to what, you know, a specific, you know, ethnicity would want from me. Not was what like, you know, I would want for myself. And then I guess coming to Vine, like I basically, like I wouldn't say flourished, but like I definitely found a part of me that I didn't knew like that I ever had in myself. And it seems like, you know, it seems a little kiddie, because I mean that is like middle school. Like how would you know,
right,
like you're gonna be doing this? But I mean, sometimes it really does take something like a change to impact your entire life. So
shit, I knew what I was going to do in elementary.
No, did you?
I knew that. Yeah, I was going to say, are you originally from Knoxville?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, but my mom, she worked down west, so I majority of my time was like down in the Hardin Valley area and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. I cried the whole summer when they told me that I was going to Vine.
I originally was not, when I moved, because I moved from Cleveland in 2013. So it was coming out of 5th grade, going into 6th grade. I originally was not supposed to go to Vine. I was supposed to go to Holston. But I got to the transfer office late and everything, and I was zoned for Vine, and then I went to Vine, and I loved it. So I was like, you know, this is probably where I'm supposed to be anyway. Yeah. So let's stay here.
Honestly. Yeah.
Moving past Vine, we ended up going to Austin East together too. Did you? What experiences from Austin East kind of helped pave the way for how you? I mean, life now.
I have mixed feelings about Austin East, and like I don't want to get any slander because I know how these folks be about these road runners. But I mean, yes, I love Austin East. Like all my, you know, my mother graduated from there. Her siblings, my siblings, you know, cousins, we're all from, you know, Austin East. And so it like only made sense for me to, you know, to go to Austin East, like especially since like I made so like many friends at Vine. But I mean, as class of 2020, you know the struggle.
Right.
Like we were cut off so badly towards the end. I mean, I don't know why it was different for us, like the entire, you know, 4 years of going there. But I can say it seems like, you know, I guess a lot of things like are a misconception about me. But I was very active at Austinese. And
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like I was, but I actually was involved in a lot of things starting out. I was a part of, the art programs, and I was a part of the theater program. I traveled a lot with them. I mean, I kind of fell out badly, but I mean, it still paved the way for something like different opportunities, I guess.
Yeah.
So I love Austinese, but I also have like a hate relationship for it just a little bit because, some of them things, it was a little favoritism going on every now and then. I ain't gonna speak too much about it because it's in the past, but some things, that's one thing I wish Austinese would move past is that popularity, favoritism, and let people with different personalities and I guess different backgrounds flourish and have opportunities, to be, a part of, I guess, like, their programs that they offer, and stop, like, basically just selecting a few that you favor and give other kids a chance. I definitely, like, if I could go back, and do things a little differently, I would. But it's just like sometimes, like, there's really nothing you can do when an environment is set like that.
When you say that, are you referring to you participated in the homecoming court, right? Like, didn't you run for like?
Yeah, Miss Freshman. Yes, yes. Oh,
I remember that.
I'm not gonna say that it wasn't like I'm not gonna speak on that. I mean, because like I said, I'm an adult. Yeah. Like, I don't care about no Miss Freshman, but like at the time, it was a little upsetting.
Yeah.
I can say like I'm not a sore loser for anything, but like I could definitely tell that was some favoritism.
Yeah.
Because the competition that I was going up against, I mean, yes, she's amazing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, during that time, I put in a lot of work versus the others. And half of the time, you never really know what was like the truth and what really, wasn't. So.
I definitely remember.
Oh, yeah, me pulling up with the cupcakes. Because I had a blessing.
That's what I'm saying.
I wonder if a blessing even remembers me. A blessing pulled up.
She does.
Like, and that's one thing I did love about Austinese. Like, the upper class, like, they were so supportive. Like, I really give it to them. Like, they literally, like, some of them just, like, took me in out of nowhere. Yeah. Like, I give them their flowers.
They did that with me in football. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, they were literally buying, like, cupcakes and chips and drinks, having shit made for me. Like, and I've never even met these people. And that's why I love the black community. Because, like, even though they try to, like, I guess, pit us against each other and make it seem like none of us ever get along, like, you literally are just going to find your people in a black community and they're going to take you in. And these are some of the people with these backgrounds that they stereotype us about are the ones that literally will go above and beyond to help you.
Yeah. I definitely remember those times, man.
Yeah.
You mentioned already, we tragically are a part of the class of 2020. I still haven't forgiven the world for how they treated us, for what we had to endure throughout that time.
They literally said, "Oh, COVID, okay, like, let's cancel your prom, let's put your graduation outside, and let's keep it pushing. Let's not even, like, go back and say, hey, do y'all want to try to do something now that it's over?" They just kept it pushing. Yeah. They didn't care.
Yeah.
And that was just like, wow.
I've always said, I feel like our class, we deserve some type of compensation, like you know how, black people, we definitely are very vocal about our reparations that this country is owed. I feel like the class of 2020 is owed some type of reparation. You don't want to give black people our 40 acres and a mule, at least give us something for 2020. I think everybody in 2020, we should have like a military type discount card or something. and I think we should scan it anywhere, everywhere we go, and we automatically get 50% off any purchase.
Oh yeah, that
with anything. Shoes,
we could have
food,
at least.
cars.
I feel like if we as a class would have like brought it to their attention, but I really do feel like on behalf of those grown adults that were witnessing that.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have at least, like, I think the only thing that they told us to do was put our outfits on, our dresses and suits and stuff, and stand on your porch and take a picture. Like, the fuck? I was like, what do I look like?
I remember when the original proposal was for us to ride in our cars.
Not the drive-by
for graduation.
That was the graduation? Yeah. I thought it was the prom they wanted us to do.
They probably did some crazy shit with that too, but I definitely remember that was the proposal for our graduation, and then I think like Aaliyah had stepped in and made like a video with some other people.
And what's so crazy about the graduation being on the field, when I like turned around and looked at the crowd, I guess, everybody was literally stuck together, shoulder to shoulder. So I'm trying to figure out what was the difference. Like, so was the outside air supposed to blow the COVID away from everybody? Right. Like, we were all literally still next to each other. Like, even like sitting on the field next to our classmates. I mean, if somebody sneezed behind me, I'm pretty sure it was going to hit the back of my neck. Like, we weren't that far away from each other. Right. So I just felt like they cheaped us out, and they just wanted an excuse to basically not do anything. Because I know, like, a little bit after COVID, some, like, graduations still were, like, being held on the field. And I was just like, so do they even do graduations at the Thompson Bowling Arena anymore?
Not since us.
That's insane.
Since we was the first class to do it the way they do it now.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you something that's real crazy about that. The following year, that graduation year, so the class of 2021, they all received checks.
Like, the school did?
No, like the kids.
Oh.
Like each graduate received like $400 some.
Meanwhile, I was chains and whips at Buddy's Barbecue,
right,
9 to 5, and I'm only 18 years
And they said that the reason they gave them that money was because of the tragedies that they had to endure. Because you remember, that year was when all these killings was happening with all the kids.
You mean by being at home and getting your lessons on your laptops that you got for free? Right. That was the tragedy?
This was the same year that Long Live Ant, but he got killed in that bathroom. So, this that year, that was the year they gave them the money. But it's like, even still, if you're going to give any class money that's not us, it should have been the class of the kids it was happening to, which is 2022.
They kicked our asses out and said, get to fucking work. This is real life.
Right. Like, we had the rudest awakening to adulthood.
No, like, seriously. Yeah. I really think... after, because I graduated in December.
Yeah.
Because, like, I immediately just, like, got to work. And I don't think I've never stopped working since. Yeah. Since that.
I've been working since January of 2019.
I don't think I ever just had a break.
Yeah.
And, like, I think that really, like, I did go to school. But, like, on top of that, like, I was so conditioned. Like, I have to work because everything was closed down at that time. And it was just, like, some of our classmates that, they went on to college, and I mean, that was excellent for them. But like some of us, I was just so conditioned into, I need to get money.
Yeah.
Cause like, this is how I'm going to survive. Like everything is closing, and like shit, like it was literally the only way to go. And I really feel like it cut, some of like the experience in my life a little short.
Right.
Cause like, even when I did go to community college, we were still in that COVID kind of phase. And it was like a lot of things were just like, you're home one week and then you're on campus one week. So like, what am I going to do while I'm at home for a week straight? I got to go to work.
Yeah.
So that's really why I feel like, I was cut short on a lot of things, a lot of opportunities.
I was too, man. Because I ended up going to community college online right after we graduated. And that just didn't work for me. I had to be there. Like I was never good at taking school like online. Like that's just not something.
In all honesty, I'm not either. Yeah. I did take a couple breaks. I did go back and finish, but like now that I'm back in school and like I'm getting into like that real deal, that work that they put out and they say it's online, I can't focus. I can't focus at all.
Yeah.
I said, am I lazy?
So it's a certain stereotype that you fall under, and I want to know exactly. I want you to take me through it. I want you to take me through like the process. I want you to take me through your thoughts dealing with this afterwards, all that. So you were able, and it's not a curse. It's actually a blessing. It's just a blessing that came early. That's all. So you experienced being a teen parent.
Oh yeah.
So we were still in high school. Before you even had your child. So I want to know, and I think we were like what, juniors?
Yeah, I had my first child when I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
And this is like, I tell everybody this, people are always going to have something to say, but, it's not really my responsibility to them to make them feel comfortable. Like, I don't have to, suck up or feel like I have to feel any kind of way because they feel it. And so my grandmother, God, she passed away in May of last year. I love her deeply. She had her first child when she was 16. And it just it feels like a reflection. But my grandmother told me when she first found out that I was pregnant with Jamari, who's 7 now, she was like, don't ever let anybody have that much power over you, like man or just anybody on the outside who has something to say. Don't ever let anybody have that much power over you to make you feel like you have to dump your baby in a bucket. And I quote that. So, and so I'm not against abortions. Let me put it right there. But for me, I just felt deeply connected with my child, and I have always been connected with him. And even as a teen mother, I don't think I've ever been just irresponsible where I just said, okay, here, take my baby, I'm gone. I've never done that. I could never do that now. I'll never do that in any other lifetime. I stepped up. I mean, it did take me some time. I was young. I mean, it was my first time, being a parent that young. Of course, I had a great support system. I mean, arguments were happening all the time. I mean, but it was a learning, experience for me. It definitely, hit me hard into reality. But I definitely was saved. My ass got saved. Because sometimes, I look at some mothers out here, I mean, it is a struggle. It's a struggle for me, but it is a struggle, especially when you do not have a mother like mine. And I give her flowers. I give my dad his flowers. I mean, they stepped up where I lacked and said, we're going to make this work. And we did, and we still do. And it's just I love my child. He is the best thing. And I say this to people as well. A lot of people sit there and have deep thoughts into their life and they feel a lot of regret. And I'm just what I say about me and my situation with my child, I'm basically telling them who's to say that my life would be any better if I didn't have a child? If I did get an abortion and say, okay, who's to say that I would be living a happy life, a more freedom-filled life? Who's to say that would even be my life, And so with Jamari, with my children now that I have, I feel like everything that I do have is because of my children. Right. And I was telling my friend that because he was a little upset about not having a father and stuff. And I'm like, but you got to think about your mother as well. Everything that she probably has, even though somebody might be absent out of your life, think about what you do have. And who's to say that I would be in the house that I'm in now, or the car that I'm in now, or, eating the food that I have now? Who's to say that I would have all that, if I didn't have a child?
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything that I go through and everything that I do have, because if I didn't have it, who's to say? I mean, my children could leave any day. I mean, you never know when death is going to come. So, if my children were to go, what would I have then? Yes, I would have to keep moving along, but I would feel empty. I would feel empty personally. So I'm very grateful for my kids.
I love the way you look at that. I love the way you think about it too, because I want everybody to know. I think the most important part of having kids is making sure that you have a great support system, because what you described is something that's beautiful, but it's beautiful because of the support system that you had. I know a lot of women out there. I know a lot of women out there that don't necessarily have the support system that you may have. You know, I done met girls that they got like they have children young, and then they have to drop out of school because, you know, they don't have nobody to babysit or anything like that, or you know, they can't find work because they can't find nobody to babysit. Then they end up, you know.
But that's one thing. Like, I feel like as a human being, you have to be willing to do this, because that's how I had to see. Like, I had to look at things, and I'm like, some people are just not wired that way. I had to. Like, I've always been a person to keep going no matter, like, what is going on. We got to keep going. It's a choice.
Ambitious.
You made a choice to have a child.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know you're in school. You know you're in high school. You know you have a child.
Right.
So are we going to make it work? Or are we just going to stop? Or are we just going to give up because of this? And so I have to look at myself, because not only do I just... My children are my children, yes, but... they are energies. They are my life that I have created, that I have to manifest something for them. And how can I do that if I'm nothing?
Right.
They're going to be nothing.
Right.
So I had to make up my mind, no, I'm not going to be, because like I know plenty of people who don't even have children, who haven't graduated high school, who don't have a job. Not you know, judgment, like giving a lot of judgment towards them, but like I'm saying, it's a choice. It's a choice that you make. And my choice was to finish school. My choice was to figure out a way, you know, to keep pushing myself, you know, beyond like, you know, what I feel like I can handle, because I have people who are actually looking up to me to, you know, be something. And yeah, I know like there's like a lot of drama and talk about, you know, how the mother I am, but I refuse. One thing, because like I am God-fearing for sure. I do definitely believe that there is, you know, a higher power than myself that is watching me and the decisions that I make. And therefore, the decisions that I make is going to sow into what I have made. And so therefore, like, I refuse to let my children fail. Right. Like, I refuse to just throw them out there just because of somebody else's feelings. And say, okay, well, you can take them and you can do whatever you want with them and raise them however you want. Because I refuse to, because I've never been that kind of person, because I didn't have that support system. So I'm not going to give that to my children. Right. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's, that was actually going to be like my next question. My next question was going to be, how would you describe yourself as a mother?
I definitely describe myself as strong-willed. Okay. But other people see it as bitter.
Can you elaborate on that? I want to know.
They definitely think I am a bitter baby mama. Like,
everybody or like?
No, not everybody.
Or just your baby dad?
Just, you know, certain people who don't agree with the things, you know, to cater to some people.
So what's something, can you give me an example of something that you do that you feel like people would call you bitter for?
Because.
But it's strong-willed.
Oh, I'm very strong-willed because I do not agree. Okay. So I am a mother who is obligated. I pay my own bills. Mm-hmm. I pay for everything. Right. Let's put it like that. I work. Right. I work as long as I work 12-hour shifts. Let's put it like that. Mm-hmm. You know, I work just as much as a man would. Right. And I still come home to my children every day. Yeah. So therefore, I put in this work every single day of the week, Monday through Friday, and then my parents help me on the weekends because I work on the weekends. But I put in so much work every single day. I get up, I get myself together, and then I get my children together. Yeah. I'm not going to give anybody on the outside who does not wake up. If you can wake up, if you know you have children sitting at home, mm-hmm. and you wake up, you go to bed every night, and you lay your head down on a pillow, and you do not have to worry about 2 mouths to feed, or 2 teeth that need, you know, mouths that need to be brushed, and clothes on 2 children. You just go to sleep and you wake up and you go about your day. I'm not going to give somebody like that the satisfaction of thinking that you need to be a parent, because I do this with, it's no choice for me. I don't make it a choice. I don't ever say, okay, I'm just tired today, so I'm not gonna parent today. I've never done that to my children. Never. I mean, if somebody's willing to come in and step in and say, hey, Macie, like, I'll give you a break, you know.
Yeah.
But I've never just said, I'm just gonna walk away and I'm just gonna take days and days and days and never even send a text message. Like, I never go a day without calling my children. Never. It don't matter what time of day it is. Like, if I know, I know where my children are at every moment of the day. I don't go a day without talking to them, because I don't take people for granted. I don't take stuff like that for granted. And so they see me as bitter because of how strong-willed I am with my children, that I don't let just any and everybody come in and step in and basically take advantage of my children.
Right.
That's taking advantage. It's taking advantage of an innocent child when you just go about your day because you're mad at somebody and you just say, okay, I'll see y'all next week. I'm gonna go step out for hours and then I'll come back later on. When I go to bed every night, I go to bed, you know, last.
Yeah.
I make sure everything is set for tomorrow. I don't even think about myself first. And I cannot give people the satisfaction who put themselves first over children. And that's why I'm the bitter one. So I'm very determined. And I keep my word. Like, I'll give you leeway. I'll keep giving you leeway, but I'm going to shut it down eventually. And that's what I've done. And people don't like that. It stirs up problems. But, you know, you just got to be stronger. You definitely have to have the will. Some people just don't. They just give in and they just say, you know, okay, have at it. Like, you can just take my children. You don't have a place, you know. You're like, I'm obligated to, as a mother, like in Tennessee, it's like basically a stereotype. The mother has dominant, you know, guardianship over her children when you're not married. And so I have to have a home. I have to have the car. I have to provide all the documentship, like the documents and the paperwork, and I have to make sure, you know, basically all the bills are paid, and then I have to make sure my children got everything that they need. But then we have a sucker over here who don't even know what size socks.
I know them type of guys.
But I'm supposed to just throw my child out to a person who don't even got a blanket for my child to even.
Okay, so now I'm starting to pick up where the bitter baby mom comes from now. What's going on, y'all? It's Deonte Bailey. I just want to let you guys know that this episode is sponsored by Coach Cree's Just Juice. She sells vegan juice downtown Knoxville at West 333 Depot Avenue. No sugars added. It's all fruits and vegetables. This right here is actually called the Watermelon Pink Deluxe. It contains watermelon, beets, pineapple, lime, apple. It's just real healthy, man. And I enjoy it. This is actually my favorite drink they got. Hit her up or go down there at Marble City in downtown Knoxville. That's West 333 Depot Avenue. Coach Cree's Just Juice. Go get you one. Comes from you not... Basically, if you can't do everything that I do, then I'm not about to just give you my children to you, like have access to that. Like, you gotta, like, I done stepped up tremendously, so you gonna have to do the same thing. This is like, if we gonna be co-parents, you feel me, you gonna have to be the parent, just like I'm being the parent. So like,
oh yeah,
if you ain't doing as much as me, you know,
why should you have access?
Right. Okay.
Why should you have access to a child when you, like, if I have my children both, and I'm like blessed, you know, I'm blessed. I'm blessed, like, in so many ways, you know. Sometimes, like, I do take it for granted sometimes, but like, to be able to be independent and start off where somebody left me for failure,
yeah,
and pick up,
yeah,
when they wanted me to struggle,
right,
wanted to see me fail, wanted to see me lose my home, wanted to see me move back in with my parents, you know, and I still, like, stood my ground, and I showed them differently, and they have moved back into a area that they're familiar with, which makes them comfortable to hide in their misery and despair and have no ambition or, I guess, motivation to do better. They went and crawled back into their cave. And so therefore there isn't any kind of, expectation for them to do anything differently. And that's what they're showing. And so why would I send my children? And this is how a lot of, cycles do not, break. Because people are afraid to say no. And I'm saying no because, I don't want to see, this is a constant quote that gets thrown up. Well, there's people who are not together who let their, children's daddies come see them, be in their life and all this. Okay, that's fine. If they had, and I take full responsibility, I take accountability because I know who I slept with.
Right.
I know who I did. And I try to be one of them women that try to make a way out of no way and try to say, okay, you was living this life, but we can do something better. I try to be that. I try to be the housewife. I tried. And it didn't work. It was not in my will to be that. And I had to step away because I said, if I'm going to be left alone with children, okay, I'm going to be left alone with my children and I'm going to be a mother. I'm not going to just be left alone to be upset and be needy because that was the cycle, to be needy, to be desperate, to keep calling back that, I guess, that demonic influence. And that's how I see it because only demonic entities, come into your life to basically disrupt you and throw you off because ever since I got rid of all that, negativity in my life, I have opened myself up to so many opportunities that I have not experienced since, I graduated high school. Yeah. And I'm being so honest. Ever since I let that go, I literally, it took me 2 years, almost 2 to 3 years to even get my cosmetology license. I got a full, a free opportunity to get something that I have been passionate about my entire life, that my grandmother did, that my aunt does. And being with these, influences, it kept me bound to the point where I could not get up and I could not do it. I postponed my life for almost 5 years to basically be a housewife to a person who kept promising, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to give you this, but would take it away, would literally take it away because I did something wrong, because I didn't say the right thing. I didn't, appreciate enough, or I didn't, look at you in your eyes. So we're taking away your marriage. We're taking away the ring. We're taking away all of it. So I had to let that go because it wasn't real. What was real was me and what I wanted for my life. And I guess when I picked up on it, when I picked up on that, energy of this is like I said, demonic influence, I picked up on it because the things that I was passionate about, it was literally a burden to the outside person. Yeah. And so all that negativity, you'll never be, you're not going to make any money being a hairstylist. You're not going to make any money. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do all that negativity started to feed in that projection of what they couldn't be. And mind you, they're kind of way older than me. It started to affect me. And then that's how I knew I had to take a step back. And it hurt. It did. Deonte, dude, I thought I wasn't going to make it. Because, who would think they're going to make it with 2 children by themselves? And it's just it just shuts off. And that's how I have to think. Life can literally change for you overnight. Yeah. And it did. And I was like, okay, literally, I was sick. I was so sick for days. I was just deep in despair. You could just see it on my face. It just I had been defeated. And I said, I can't. And this all happened last year. My life changed literally last year. And I have flourished. I can say that I have flourished.
I've watched it.
In the year that I felt like it was going to ruin me, I have literally crawled my way back up independently. Yeah. And found myself again. So therefore, I'll take the stereotype. I'll take all that negativity and, you know, you can say whatever, but it's at the same time, like, it took me. And so that's why it will never affect me anymore, because I did this for myself. Didn't nobody do it for me. And then the same people that said, like, you know, well, you wouldn't have had this without so-and-so. I'm literally doing the same thing for myself, you know, as if somebody was doing it for me.
Yeah. That's so strong, too. Because, like, I was going to say, you one of them that in a way, you know, you stand on business. You know, you stood on business. You took that risk. And I feel like, you know, that's one thing I could say to describe you is, you know, it's taking a risk, which leads me to my next question. Have you ever ate a man's ass?
Deonte, really? Is this the question?
I mean, the people want to know. Like, I felt...
Who wants to know that?
Me. Like, I just, like...
No. No.
Okay. So I done asked 3 people this, and nobody's seeming to tell me the truth. It's fine. It's okay. You don't... You know, if that's something you don't want to tell me, I understand. I get it.
Wow, Deonte.
You know. What kind of woman are you when it comes to being in a relationship?
I guess the type of woman where you need to question if I can eat a man's ass.
That was my little throw in. I told you it was going to catch you. It was going to catch
Anyways, Deonte, like, that's a hard question for me because, like, I done been in, like, so many relationships.
And they were different types?
And I can say they were all different, but they all had the same outcome. And so, you know, I don't know.
Are you submissive?
When I'm given, like, the respect to be submissive, like, I can't be submissive to somebody who, one, isn't dominant. Like, I can't, like, I don't know. And like I said, I take full accountability. Like, let's not, like, you know, let that go over anybody's heads. Like, I'm not just blaming one side of the party. I have full responsibility in who I done slept with, dated, and spent my time and years with. Yeah. Like, I knew what was going on, and I chose to overlook it. Yeah. Like a dumbass.
Yeah. We've all done it. Trust me.
And it's just like, I mean, it's a learning experience. I mean, I don't know. It felt like I done lost my mind. It done felt like I done lost my whole identity. But it's just like, you know, sometimes you got to go through it to get through it. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't really know, like, you know, now what kind of person I will be in a relationship, you know, especially since I know, like, you know, what I've been through. I definitely feel like I've matured.
Are you in one right now?
No, I'm not. Okay. No. I actually kind of like having my freedom.
Yeah.
Not like, you know, to be like freedom just like, you know, dependent on like, you know, seeking other things. It's just more like, you know.
Yeah.
I guess just having the freedom to be independent, I guess. That's what I mean.
Okay, so would you want a man to come in and basically free you of this responsibility that you have? Like, would you like, and he has to be like the right one, not just like, you know, a guy that can present you that idea.
Oh, for sure. I love men. Like, I was like, what do I got to do? What do I got to do?
Yeah.
As much as I love being independent, I would never let somebody take that from me. I am a full romantic lover girl. Like, I want to be a wife, of course. Like, it's always my princess fairy tale dream to have that. I don't know, like, you know, I kind of beat myself a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, like, of the, I guess, the stereotypes in the communities now, it's just like, who would want a single mom of 2? Okay, I feel the same way about men with children. I feel the exact same way. So it's just like, I get it. But like, whatever is for me is going to come for me. I'm not going to rush it. I'm not about to just like be desperate to be in anything else. But oh, for sure. I would definitely, I definitely take a man to, you know, come in and swoop me up a little bit and release some of this.
That pressure.
Yeah.
Would you, what's your definition of a submissive woman to the man?
A submissive woman.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say a submissive woman, not a woman who is controlled. is a submissive woman is a woman who values her husband in a husband state. Like, we confuse this.
He has to be a husband?
Has to be a husband.
Okay.
Because a lot of men confuse, this, trying to have a submissive wife at a girlfriend title. Okay? A man knows when he wants a woman. He knows that. But a man who doesn't want a specific woman will literally play with her just because, of the comfort that she gives, and knowing that he does not want to marry her. And I think a lot of people need to, evaluate themselves on that. But, to be submissive is to be willing to sacrifice, and to sacrifice, not your identity, not your personality, but to sacrifice, things to bring your household together. So if a man is out working, I'm going to bring the stereotypical, things we've all heard. And I say this because, like, I see it. Like, I have lived with it. Like, I see it from other people I personally, like, love and adore. A man is out working hours and hours, and your wife is out working hours and hours. We come together and we get things done. I'm going to submit to a man who sees that I'm working alongside with him, but does not hold the expectation of, okay, you need to be the person to cook, clean, take care of the children, do all this, and you're working. Mm-hmm. I can't be submissive to a man like that. Okay. To be submissive to a man who values and respects and deeply cares for, the person that he's with, basically, like, I shouldn't have to tell a man, I shouldn't have to, my partner who has spent years of knowing me, I should not have to tell him, okay, I want to go out on a date. And he tells me, okay, well, if you find the place, just, tell me basically what you want, and I'll go get it. That does not make me submit. That makes me feel like I'm just telling somebody what to do. Mm-hmm. And I shouldn't have to do that with a partner who I was supposed to have a mutual relationship with.
Would you be okay with him not wanting you to work and just wanting you
for sure.
and just wanting you to be at home?
Like, I would love to stay at home.
Okay.
And I would love to, not have to work. Because there was a point where I did go to work, and I took my child with me every single day to work. His first year. I was a caregiver.
Oh, okay.
And I took my child with me every day to work. And it was just like, I would still come home and be undervalued because, like, I get it. You work, you're working hard, and you come home and you're tired, but I'm working too.
Right.
And that's where the confusion comes, because I'm expected to just keep going and going. And that's why I've learned to try to calm my nervous system down from going and going and going. Like, I can't keep going like that and then be submissive to you. Yeah. And then I'm paying bills with you.
Right.
We ain't even married. I mean, I'm paying bills and you want me to be submissive, but it's not submissive like the submissive type you want. It's the control you want. You don't want me to wear this, but then you go and you're liking the pictures of the girls and you're on OnlyFans and you're, watching the females that you don't want me to be. I can't submit to something like that. I can't submit to control when, you tell me you don't need to be out, doing this, but you go out, and you sit somewhere for hours and hours, before you even come home and say, oh, I got, a woman and a child at home. I just, to submit, I have to be, validated, and I have to be secure. Like, I have to be made sure that I'm going to be taken care of, not just through my bills being paid, but through emotional, awareness that, yes, you might be upset with me, but we can talk it out. But I'm not going to ignore you. I'm not going to ignore you and brush it and push everything under a rug. Like, I'm going to sit down as a man that I came to be, and I'm going to lead my household, and I'm going to put things in order, not let you put everything in order. I can't submit to somebody who's not, because Because, like, we say this all the time, men are supposed to lead. Well, then why are you not leading? Why are you letting me solve all the emotional problems? And then you turn around and say I'm crazy and this and this and that when I'm not being heard. Because I'm not supposed to be the person who is, you know, solving everything in the house. I'm not supposed to be doing that. I'm not supposed to be, you know, handling all the home physical stress and then handling your emotional stress as well when you can't even come to me and, you know, make me feel like I'm in a safe environment to talk to you. Like, I think that was like another problem that I experienced was being put on a time limit. I had a time limit to talk. Like, I could never, and I like to talk. I like to talk. That's just my personality.
Yeah.
And, but I was always put on a time limit. Like, you know, you've been talking for 5 minutes now. Like, am I not allowed to talk to you? Right. Like, we live together.
Right.
We breathe the same air, and I'm only allowed to talk to you for 5 minutes. That's the amount of time you could give me, you know, to say that I'm sad. And then, like, and it's so crazy. And I knew it wasn't, you know, just a normal thing. It wasn't me just being obnoxious or annoying, because I would go out into a public setting amongst people with different personalities, and I would talk the same way that I'm talking to you, and I would be listened to for hours. We could just talk for hours. But to be in my own home and couldn't even say I'm upset without being shut down, and it turned into a fight, it was just not a safe space. And I could never submit to that. I would never submit to that. And I think, you know, it was a learning experience of what to accept and what not to accept. So.
Okay, so I think, well, it's not even a thought. I think it's something that I've come to a conclusion with. So even listening to what you just said, you were saying that you would submit to your husband. I think a lot of women have that same mindset. Like, you know, I'll do the wifey duties when I'm a wife. But how men think, we think like we not wifing up somebody until they show that they wifeable, you know? So like it's like in our world, you got to do wifey things in order to become a wifey. But in y'all's world, in order for me to do wifey things, I got to be a wifey.
But it's not really in our world, because we still constantly live that life. Like me, for experience, I have lived that life without having a wife. I've tried to prove my worth. But my thing is to people, I'm not even going to be gender specific, because it happens to everybody.
Yeah.
Why do some people feel entitled to testing people? Because if you were unsure about me in the first place, why even waste your time?
Yeah.
Why do you feel like you need to test me to get me to that point? It should come naturally. If I want to take care of you and you want to take care of me, we're going to be in agreement with that. But you shouldn't be testing me and holding it over my head. Like, that's where the problems start. When you know I want this, you know I've desired this, you know that I've wanted to be with somebody, to marry and have a stable home and all this, and you knew you were not going to do it. So why would you feel the entitlement of holding, of like basically saying, oh, why would I ever marry you? Why would I ever marry you? Because then why are you with me?
Right.
Why would you be with somebody just to hold something like that they value the most? And that's why I go back. I say this again. Demonic influence. Yes, people have their, you know, personalities and stuff like this. But when you see it as a repetitive thing from that one specific person, that is a demonic influence. And demonic influences can come from anything. It can come from drug use. It can come from, just habits that you've developed. It can come generational, through family trauma. It's a demonic influence to literally hold somebody hostage, basically, and say, like, I know you want this. I know you desire this, but I'm going to hold it over your head. I'm going to dangle it and make you crawl for it. Like, I'm going to make you beg for it, basically. Mm. But I'm never going to give it to you. And I'm going to make you waste years and years and years. And I struggle with that so bad. And it would make me angry. And so that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to make you angry. It's supposed to make you sick. I was sick. I was literally, under an influence, like under this cast, like I was literally vexed. Like I hated everything. Like, I hated, but I chose to be in that, environment. And, like, sometimes, like, I have to ease up on myself because, like, I got to give myself a little grace because I was in a vulnerable state. And that's how things can get you sometimes when you're vulnerable. I just had a baby. I literally just had my second child. I was desperate for a father for my first child.
Right.
And I wanted to make it work so bad that I was willing to do anything to have it.
Right.
And it failed terribly. And I had to pick myself back up from it. Because some people, but like what me and my friends say, like, I made it. Some people don't even make it out. Some people die behind it. Some people go to jail behind it. Like, I could have lost it all. I literally could have. And, like, all I can say is that I made it through. And I know that I know myself, what I'm worth, because it doesn't matter how anybody else sees me. I know my worth. And I'm not worth emotional abuse. I'm just not. And I'm not, worth to be, like, made triggered all the time just for me to be looking crazy to the outside world. Because I don't want my image like that. I'm literally, like, I'm here to uplift. That's who I feel like I am. I love children. I have a passion for life. And I'm not going to be viewed as some burden, some negative, space. Because I'm not no demon. I'm never going to be that. So I'm not going to fall in the hands of it.
How important is, and I'm asking because, like I said, I fall under this umbrella of people who see it as high on the list. How important is sexual intercourse in a relationship?
Oh, it's very important.
Very important.
It's important, but let's not obsess and let's not let's not idolize. Like, I had to learn that. I've actually, been studying about that. The reason why things do fail is because we idolize the person that we're with. Because, like, because some things can never be enough. Like, somebody could literally hate you, but they sexually desire you. Like, they want to constantly just have you, but they're not going to treat you right. And so that drains you. So you got to be, like, careful of who you're tying yourself into.
Yeah.
Because, not only is it, it weakens you, but I mean, because, like, I'm all for sex. Like, I would love to be, sexually intimate with somebody that I, am interested in. Like, I have nothing against sex. I really don't.
Right.
And it's just, but going through certain things, you got to be careful of what you're doing. Like, you gotta be an adult. You can't be a child about things and, like, have a child mindset. You have to be adult and, understand we're human beings and we're going to go through phases in life where sometimes I'm emotionally there for it and sometimes I'm not. So you got to understand that. And that's, like, I guess just liking the person you're with. If you don't like the person you're with, you're not going to respect them as a human being. You're just going to see them as a sex toy. So
how often should a healthy couple have sex?
When I'm ovulating? No.
Just period.
Don't start. Like,
not on your period, but period.
Like, I guess it's all in consent. Like, I can't really say that because, like, sometimes, like, people can go. Like, there's not really an answer for that. Like, if you're feeling it, sometimes you can go 3 to 4 or 5 times a week. But if not, like, you might just do it one time or you might not do it at all for the next 2 weeks. I just say it's all about consent.
Do you have a limit when it comes to how long you go without in a relationship?
It just depends, like, on the emotional aspect of it, because, like,
how long is too long? Is basically what I'm asking. How
long is too long? Well, see, that's the thing. I've never, like, been in that kind of situation before where I had to, wait too long.
Right. Well, I forget I'm asking a woman.
I can't answer that for you. I've never, like, if it's my choice, like, it's really my choice. Like, women do have that kind of dominance, like, when they want to. I'm not saying for all women, but it's kind of my choice.
It is.
But
it's definitely your choice. Nobody abuses that choice more than my girl. I'm telling you, like, you want some, I'm telling you, a motherfucker that know that they in fucking control, her, she knows it. Like man, when she ain't wanting it, she will let it be known. Now, luckily, that's not a lot, but what I'm saying is it be coming at the wrong time sometimes. Sometimes it just be coming at the fucking wrong moment. Yeah. And I'll be like, if I don't get some by tomorrow, bitch, pack all this shit up. But that's just how it be.
Well,
how? I guess we can switch gears. We can switch gears a little bit. Staying with the relationship aspect, I want to ask you a few questions, and it's going to be like a rapid fire round. So basically, I'm going to just ask questions, and you just, simply answer without giving any detail, because it's like 5 to 7 questions or something.
Okay.
First question that's on this list that I was going to ask is, what makes you feel comfortable opening up to someone?
Like, relationship wise, or just like just opening up, period? Relationship wise, now as like a person who like, has, went through things and like self-reflected a lot.
Right.
For me to open up to somebody, I have to basically start off as a friend to somebody. Like, I cannot just jump in. Like, if I know I'm attracted to somebody, we're going to take time as, friends would. And I think a lot of us skip that portion. Like, I want to see what it's like for you to, like, if we were in public together. Are you scared to go out with me in public? Or can it be a safe space and we communicate and actually plan something, without problems? Like, for me to open up, and see that this person is actually willing. Like, I'm not expecting somebody to just throw me flowers the first time. Like, and I think that's another problem. We have too many expectations to people we don't even know. I don't know you. You don't know me. I don't know what you've been through. You don't know what I've been through. So I'm not going to say, okay, you're a man. You're supposed to be, bowing down to me right now. Like, it's our first date. So you're supposed to do everything for me, where it's a date. It's not a relationship. And we confuse that. And your first date or outing is supposed to like let you know who you're dealing with. And I've been guilty. I, overlook the red flags. Like, some people will. I mean, it's human nature. When you're attracted to somebody, you will literally just go for it. You hunt for it. You want it and you're going to take it. But sometimes we jump too fast and we literally fall. And it's like, you got to get to know somebody on a friend level first to open up to somebody.
This episode of The Bailey Show is sponsored by Knoxville Commerce. It's a professional basketball team right here in our own backyard in East Knoxville, Tennessee. Make sure you guys look them up on any of the social media platforms for tickets to games, merchandise, or anything of that nature. And I want to thank Knoxville Commerce for sponsoring this podcast. What's been on your mind lately, relationship-wise? Like, because, with you being a single parent right now and, and still living in the freedom that you're living in, when it comes to a relationship, like, what's been on your mind lately about, like, what have you made a promise to yourself about to do better or to do right the next time around or something like that?
Well, number one is to basically be better for myself. To just because, like, it might come my way does not mean, because, like I said, we get a little vulnerable sometimes. Like, after 10 o'clock, it get a little lonely. Yeah, but, I mean, it ain't no big deal. But it's just like, I gotta know myself first. I gotta know, my expectations. And I guess, like, where, like, I lacked and some people lacked with me is, like, we have expectations. And I know you're not going to meet my expectations, but I'm still going to stick it out with you. I'm not going to do that no more. Like, if I have a certain expectation for somebody, not for somebody, for myself, what I want for myself, I don't have to put my expectations aside to make you comfortable. So that's what I've learned for myself. Like, if it doesn't align with me, I don't want it. And so, therefore, I don't have to. And I have to tell myself, you don't have to do that. You don't have to. So that's what I've, how I been feeling lately.
Now, just in case we got people viewing that's listening to everything that you're saying, and they feel like, you know, they can make some things shake. They can be that person you're looking for. Can you tell them, if you can build the perfect man for you, what all goes into that? What does he do for a living? How does he treat you? You know.
Well, being able to be independent, you actually get to meet a lot of people in Knoxville.
Mm-hmm.
And you think there's only one specific, set of people, but there are so many people out here with different personalities that we have to get out and meet. And it's like, I'm a creative, and I would love to have a creative person. Like, I hate to say this, but like them rapping niggas, the music making niggas, I can't do it. Like,
we don't follow rapping niggas anyway.
I can't.
Right, C-Note.
I can't, let's be a different. I mean, it's kind of hard being with somebody in that,
Yeah. Is it because of the lifestyle or because of the attitude that they carry?
The attitude that they carry.
Okay.
Because, when people like that make music, sometimes they're not even doing it for a creative flow. They're just doing it because, like they want to get big. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to get big, but, like, where's your personality coming into this? Because when I make art, I put my art stems from my feelings. Mm-hmm. But sometimes, like, these men who make music, they're just rapping about shit that they don't even live. Like, they're just saying shit. And, like, I don't see the creativity in that.
Yeah.
I don't see the creativity in you basically out here shooting niggas and you can't even kill a fly. Like, I don't see the reason for it. Like, if we're going to make something, let's make something, like, from what, like, you obviously have a gift that you want to use. Now let's use it. Like, I guess maybe because, like, I see it in a spiritual, like, it's art talk.
So he has to be creative, but using his creativity.
Yes. Like, you can, like, make, music, but, like, can we make something that we actually live?
Yeah.
And I feel like being with those kind of men,
Put some
liars.
Put some art into it. Yeah.
They're liars.
Yeah.
Men who rap about shit that they don't even live are liars.
More like an Afrocentric rapper.
Yeah, I love those Afro, because, like, I've never heard this place called Afro Knox. Like, I was like, oh, there's, like, actually some neat.
We got something like that?
It's called Afro Knox. It's like a Afrocentric kind of, club, and, like, they actually be having stuff. I said, I need to go check that out one day. Like, I actually need to see that.
White, black, Hispanic. What's your taste?
Oh, I don't discriminate.
What's your flavor?
I don't discriminate.
6 feet, 5 feet.
Okay, you gotta be taller than me. A short man can't do nothing for me.
Okay. What's the age range?
See, I like my men a little older, but I was told by somebody, why am I doing that? Like, I'm not saying like in your 30s older, because I'm only 24, but it's just like, I've always dated men who were at least like 5 years older than me, and I'm trying to divert from that, but like being stuck in that kind of like mindset, it's kind of hard to date outside of that age range for me for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't like men younger than me.
Okay.
I guess because I'm just a mother, and like I just see the frontal lobe ain't there, and I feel like I have to like be a mother talking to them, because like it's just so immature. But men older ain't, I don't know. It's hard. It's the dating pool is kind of a little difficult to like trying to decide on like an age range. But
this a little personal. But what's your the size preference? Like, do he gotta be a 12-inch stallion walking around here? Or
but what am I gonna do with something little? Like,
okay, but so what's okay? So is 5 cool, or it gotta be longer than 5?
I would prefer longer than 5.
So like 7.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Like,
that's cool.
I said this. Like, if you're getting a picture, like, because you can ask for those, ladies, you can ask for those before you link up with somebody. Ask them to sit on a toilet seat. like just sit on the toilet with the lid up, like, you know, just sitting on the toilet, like you just sitting down. And if it don't go over the toilet seat, then it's a no-go. If it stays like inside like the bowl area, then we don't play with that. We don't go to that.
What if a nigga Photoshop like he sit on the edge of the toilet seat or something like that?
And that's why we got AI detectors.
that's what. Now I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Okay, so my this is how embarrassing my lady is, man. She's like so fucking embarrassing. She had some friends over one day, and they was just having a conversation, and I wish I wouldn't have heard it because I just walked in at the fucking wrong time. She gonna say, I don't really like no big dick. Like, I don't like big dick. I like the small ones and shit like that. And I was like, why the fuck are y'all talking about that type of shit while I'm around? Because now I'm thinking her friends looking at, oh, well, Deonte must ain't got no big dick then because she, you know, she fucking with somebody. And she said she don't like no big dick. He ain't got no big dick. And I'm like, bro, you can't. And then they try to clean it up. I mean, yours is perfect for me. You know, so like what? Like, what type of shit is that? So it's weird. So then I had to ask her, what are you talking about when you say like big? She talking about, I mean, like, it's people are walking around with 9, 10, 11, 12 inches. And I'm like, okay, so anything over that. And she was like, yeah. I said, okay, cool. Because I was embarrassed for a minute. But it's embarrassing because she's comfortable enough to talk about things like that with her friends and shit.
Well, baby, I got 2 kids. I done pushed 2 kids.
So because you pushed 2,
ain't nothing I can do with something that little. Sorry.
Okay. Well, yeah, so I mean that eliminates most of these niggas out here, but you know, if it's some guys out there that feel like you fit the description, man, you know.
Sometimes you gotta be a little hush, or like, you know, the universe gonna send you somebody. Cause like they say that, you know, I don't know. People can have a preference though, I feel like.
So you don't believe in that? Not about the size of the boat. It's about the motion in the ocean. You don't believe in that little
No,
sand?
that's the same way how I feel that a short man cannot do nothing for me. A short man, I'm not that tall, but I'm like average. I'm like 5'8", 5'9". Like, you know, I'm not like in heels on. I look 6 feet.
But 5'8", 5'9", that's tall for a girl too.
I just cannot.
What if he muscular though? Like, what if he could still pick you up, toss you around, do all you want to do?
I've seen one of those, and it's still just, you can't do things with them. Like, just imagine laying in a bed with a man, and you're stretched out, your legs are stretched out, and his legs are coming to your kneecaps. Like, his feet are at your kneecap. Like, that, something about that. I mean, but some tall girls love them short men, though. I think
I can see what you're saying.
I just can't, like, how do we cuddle?
Right. Because if I had, like, a midget or somebody that was, like, real short, I would think I'm in the bed with, like, a child or something.
Like,
and that's weird.
I just can't look down on you. Like, and, I mean, but there's somebody for everybody, so.
That's definitely understandable.
Short men can get their love, too. Just not by me.
So would you rate your head game like a 10 out of 10 or like a
Deonte, what?
5 out of 10?
I hope my parents or my children never see this, because
yeah, parental discretion is advised.
Just know I'm good in the bed. Just know it's all good over here. We're all good.
So that's the answer, man. That's the answer I was looking for. I want people to be transparent.
It's all good over here.
Yeah, that's great. All right, moving on. So one thing that I mentioned at the beginning that I know about you, you are very well endowed with the art path.
Yes, I love art. I'm very passionate about it. I'm not gonna say like I'm the best, but like I definitely feel like I've improved. So I just, you know, I am in art school now. I am studying to be a fine arts major, and you know, I definitely am having mixed feelings about it. Just being in Knoxville, because like just being a black artist in Knoxville, it's hard. It is very hard. These white people, I'm just gonna tell y'all now, they just
these white people?
I'm just being honest. Like, it is hard to create and be the kind of artist I am.
I have a painting here that you did for me and my lady for our baby shower a couple years ago.
And it still looks so great, though. Like,
Yeah.
it looks so vivid.
That's
Looks
a
vivid.
painting of me and
But my art has definitely
beautiful lady.
changed since then, though.
Okay.
Like, being in school,
yeah.
I don't know where.
And that was great. This was great. So if it's changed, I'm sure for the better, right? And yeah, so that,
I did bring another one. I don't know what happened
it's
to
right
it.
here on the
Okay.
side of the. It's right here on the side of your chair.
Oh, okay.
You can put that up in the camera if you want to.
Yes, this was actually one of my finals.
Too. Okay.
It's kind of like probably hard to see, but I'm definitely like learning to. I don't know how this started, but like I definitely tried to tap into, emotion and whatever like I'm feeling in that moment. And I guess like that's like how I feel like I'm going to make it is by being genuine. And even though some things might not have a meaning, it's like how my mind sees things. I guess like how I want to, talk to people through my art. It's just like, this is what I see
Yeah.
in my head. So, but yes, this was one of my finals, and oh yeah, it was definitely different from a lot of other scholars that I was, going up against, I guess. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm very different. I wouldn't say, and okay, quick. This is a big like misconception about me that just because like I talk the way I do and like act the way I do and like draw things the way I do, people believe that I'm supposed to be some spiritual, tree hugging, instant lighting, like just a healer, root working, like kind of person. And I'm not that. I'm never going to be that. And I guess like being in an art community, the one I'm in, people see me as supposing to be like that, especially like the way I wear my jewelry and all this stuff, like, and the way I talk about God and, how I feel. But I am not that. I get sad just like other people do. And a lot of like my work is rooted from emotion. And when they see me with that emotion, that's how I know I'm working hard. And like that emotion that I give in these areas, because like Black people are always expected to be happy. We're always expected to go above and beyond and basically, please others with our emotions. Like, and if I'm not that, they just see me as a problem. Mm-hmm. They just see me, oh, she has an attitude today. This Black woman has an attitude. But in reality, I'm stuck like in my emotion to create. This is how I grow. And I can't thrive here because of that. I can't thrive in an atmosphere of feeling like my emotions are a burden and a problem and making people uncomfortable simply because of my skin color. And like I feel like that is a big misconception about me being an artist here in Knoxville and like going to school, and that's why I say like, the stereotypes with the Black community, it has to stop because we are amazing people. We all create differently. And we are very passionate about some of the things we create, but sometimes we're not giving the right, direction and the right atmospheres to be ourselves without feeling like we're being, we have to cater to a specific audience. Because when I tell you these white people, they be out here just drawing gory shit, just nasty stuff. Like, I just like demons with... Like, I'm telling you, like, a piece of my work, it got called an incubus because it was a naked lady, like, in clouds or whatever. But this girl beside me, she drew a damn dildo-looking monster with a butt plug for the damn head, and it was crawling. And it was like, white people, they like shit like that. They like that. And this goes back to that Epstein shit, how white people can be nasty, horror-filled, gory, blood spread everywhere and get away with it. But as soon as a Black person comes with something that looks a little, different, it's like, oh, she's very sexual and she's very this, like a stereotypical, just nasty or, degrading Black woman. If you get what I'm saying. And it's just in these southern areas that are like this, honestly.
That's crazy, man. I'm going to tell you this. because I don't think I've told you. So I'm gonna tell you this like on air. I am extremely proud of the person you've become. I've always have been proud of like who you were even when we was young, but I'm saying like just the past 11 years, I'm proud of the person you became. I'm proud of the woman you turned into. I'm proud of the mother that you always were and still is. I'm proud of you getting your cosmetology license. I'm proud of you chasing this passion and the adventure when it comes to art and stuff like that. I'm just proud of Macie.
Well, thank you.
I'm proud.
I'm proud of you as well.
I'm proud. Thank you. I'm proud of you. I want to congratulate you for being the very first female guest on this show. This your first time here. Don't let it be your last time here.
Oh, no, I love to talk.
Yeah, so I'll bring you as often as you want to come, man. I want to give you this. This is a token of. I don't want to say our friendship because it's not that much, you know. But like, I wanna give you this as a token of being a guest on the show in honor. This is strictly from the Bailey Show. Shout out to our sponsors that paid for this. Yeah, I want to give it to you. You say your favorite color was blue. I made sure I got it.
Can I open it now?
Yeah, you can open it. Show the camera. Now this is for you. This is for you to wear.
Okay, the first female on the Bailey Show. Okay.
You can wear it.
It definitely won't be the last.
You can wear it to bed. You can wear it to while you cooking. You can wear it out.
How about I wear it at this comedy show that you're gonna be putting on soon? How about I do that?
Yeah, you can do that. Even that.
Let's not forget about it.
Yeah, let's not. Tell the people where they can follow you and find you.
My Instagram is Baby May, BBYMA.E. I'm also on Facebook, Macie Jackson. But you can find me anywhere in East Knoxville because that's one thing I do not play about working in Turkey Creek. I do not play those stereotypes. Do not talk about East Knoxville if you never lived here. So I love it here. I definitely want to move, but I still come back home. So,
yeah.
But thank you for having me, though. I'm so excited.
You're welcome, man. Shout out again to Coach Creed's Just Juice downtown, West 333 Depot Avenue. Go down there and get you some juice, some fresh juice made from fruits and vegetables, all that. Like I said, I got a show coming up June 13th. I don't know if this episode will be out by then, but it's at the Blues Lounge at 8 o'clock on Saturday, June 13th at 2134 East Magnolia Avenue. And I will be producing a special here at the Clarence Brown Theater in 2027 on June 19th. I'm gonna be plugging that every episode just so it can build up.
And make sure y'all are not working on your Freedom Day. We are not working for those masters. We are not on the plantation anymore. Right. It is Juneteenth. Yeah. Like, let's start getting out and start, representing who we are. Mm-hmm. Let's do that. Okay.
Yeah. All right. This is another episode of The Bailey Show. We out. I want to thank you guys for watching this episode of The Bailey Show. And I want to invite you guys to come on and be a guest on the show. If you guys want to be a guest on the show, just hit me in the inbox at Deonte Bailey on Facebook, Deonte Be Funny on Instagram, Deonte Be Funny on TikTok, Deonte Be Funny 2 on Snapchat. Just hit me up. Let me know what it is you want to do when you come on the podcast, and I'll see if I can fit you in, man. I want to put on all local talent, all local entrepreneurs, even if you ain't even somebody that has a business or somebody that has a talent. If you just have a story that you want to tell and that you want people to listen to, just let me know. I'll bring you on to be a guest on the show. Also, if you want to sponsor this podcast, you can also hit me up as well. I welcome all sponsors. I welcome all guests, and I hope to see you soon.